Hey Sharon, how are you? I'm here. I'm here. How are you? That's good. Y'all come on up in here. It's cold almost everywhere. I see a lot of people that live in different regions and different areas are they're speaking about the cold weather and the misty rain and that kind of thing. So it's that time of year, that sick weather. Yeah, y'all come on in. Join in for some good talk, conversation. We're going to talk about some mixed feelings, emotions, staying connected this time of year. Everybody needs to know, you know. Uh, I guess I look at my computer this time, my laptop, to keep up with everybody's comments this time. Let's do it this way. Make sure I don't miss out on no comments, no chats, nobody in the chat. Y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. You're all welcome in and appreciated, so come on in. Come on out them bushes, Sharon say. Come on out them bushes. Yeah. Good evening, good evening. December the 1st is in the house. December the 1st, you all. We have so much to be thankful for on this first day of December. Yes, we are blessed. It may not seem like a lot to some, but it's plenty to others. So, just being here is enough for me. Yeah, just being here is enough for me. Being thought about, cared for, loved for. And then there go all of my mixed emotions today. I've been feeling this way all weekend just about. And I'll tell y'all a little bit about that. But, you know, that's why in my description it says you have to stay connected because, you know, through everything that we go through, and y'all do know this is the time of the year for everybody to go through that up and down yo-yo feeling of missing loved ones. It's holiday time. 'Tis the season to be jolly for some and not so jolly for others. So we have to keep everybody lifted in prayers, you know. It's, on that roller coaster ride. One minute you feeling okay and one minute you're not. And I just been getting in my feeling you all ever since last week, you know. Um, Beginning with my friend passing away. And then, you know, I just have been just kind of like riding in my feelings. And no matter how much you motivate or talk to others, sometimes you just have to be motivated and talk to yourself, you know. You want to know that you're cared for no matter how old you are. You want to know, you know, that people are concerned about your feelings and your well-being. This is the time of the year right here where everybody needs to be trying to reach out and love on one another, be cheerful, and of course, through everything that's going on right now out in this world and everywhere, here and there, everywhere, we all need to stay connected. I was looking at MSN, I think they call itself now MS Now, MSNBC, and they had a special on, I think it was last night, if I'm not mistaken, and they was talking about what's her name, Rachel Maddox, Maddox. she mentioned something, and it dawned on me, and it is so true, and that's what we need to do. And what she mentioned is that right now is the time to try to get out, go walking, go shopping, browse, get with friends, go eat brunch, all those kind of things right now. Because right now, it could be very stressful for everybody, even the ones that have money, have fortune and fame. There's feeling and there's emotion in everybody if they're human, and you get a chance to feel up and down. Even with the most money that you probably want in this world, there are down periods to being happy as well. Because some people just not as happy as you think they are when they have all the money and all the fame that they want. Sometimes you find yourself finding out that those people are some of the saddest people walking around with a lot of fortune and fame and money and nothing. You think they don't have anything to worry about. But just like Rachel was saying last night on that special, we need to try to get together more, love on each other more, talk, reach out to your loved ones, people you haven't seen lately. This is a stressful time, holiday time. People, that's not fortunate enough to just have money to just go wine and dine and shop and do what they want to do. Hello, come on in, Luke, and let me see. Look on my screen. Luke and Levi. Hello, hello, hello. So I encourage everybody to, just get up and out. When things start hitting you and pressing you on your heart and in your mind, we have to just get up, drop everything right where it's at, and take a break. Run away from everything that's bothering what you have you feeling down and out. Tis the season to be jolly. It's the season also for people to be down, especially when they're missing their loved ones and everybody's having fun. It's family time. Thanksgiving kicks it off, with family time and being around your loved ones. And then you get caught up in those mixed feelings and emotion. You want to be happy. You want to be, with your family. You want to celebrate the holidays with the ones that you have, but at the same time, you miss the ones that you don't have. And you have to be very careful with that roller coaster mind, that mind frame, So try to stay and surround yourself with people that's going to do you some good. People that's going to help you get through this time of the year, because it can be very depressing for some. Financial issues can make it depressing. Missing your loved ones can make it depressing, this time of the year. Just being alone can make you be depressing. Some people break up around the time of the holidays and they really be alone, really be feeling and having mixed emotion, And because of being lonely and the time of the year, sometimes you weaken and you take people back that don't mean you no good, and you just feel lonely and be caught up, and you end up with people that really you don't like, but you just want somebody, you just need some company, you just don't want to be alone, and you don't just get to where you're going to accept anything from people that that's going to hurt your feelings, don't be, kind to you and do you what you do know your self-worth, because this is the year you just want to belong. You just want to be a part of the festivities. You want to be a part of the joyous season. So don't be vulnerable and get caught up, though, and get involved with people, get back involved with people that once that hurt you, and that's in my description on staying connected, because when you have mixed feelings and emotions, you need to stay connected to all the people that that values you as a human being, that respects your feelings and that knows your worth and is there to support you and lift you up during this time of the year. If you feel yourself in a downward spiral that just falling down because you're becoming lonely, and it's that time of the year. This is a very stressful time of the year for many people. So therefore, not just with your family and friends, this is the time of the year to please stay connected with God. Yeah, we have to stay connected to God. We have to remember that. We have to bounce back. Like me, I had to bounce back this weekend. I've been bouncing back and forward. I've been bouncing back and forward all weekend long. And the reason being is because, I just lost my friend. It's the holiday season. Bills are due. It's the first of the month. You got, now you want to start shopping, probably with not enough money, and still pay your bills. And then you got people that's telling you what they're doing and what they're getting for Christmas and what their families are doing. And then when you're out there alone and you don't have that family like you used to, don't have those close relatives and friends like you used to, because things happen through life and we lose our loved ones. So we just get all caught up in our feelings and we get stuck right there. And we need to be shook, and somebody needs to shake us when we get like that. Hey, come back to reality. We need to be around people that's going to shake us back into reality and be reminded that life does go on, but you got to find a comfort zone. You got to get out of that depressed mode. Just because it's that time of the year, you can make yourself happy. And remember, sometimes the best gifts that you can give somebody is the gift of love, caring, understanding, compassionate. Those gifts don't cost anything. Patience and time. Telling somebody and showing them how much you love them, being there for them at the most, at the most down time, like some of us, some of you, just start missing our loved ones. Come in, support. Those gifts like that, they are wrapped in so much love, and they don't cost anything. We cannot forget those gifts. When we feel like we are broken, we feel like we are broke, and we can't afford to go shopping this year, or we get stuck and can't shake it, we must remember that we carry that gift all year long. And people want it. People need it. That gift that you cannot buy, that gift that you cannot afford, and you worried about what am I? Oh no, it's not real, baby. It's a let me let you see the top of it. See, it's not a real fireplace, but the heat is coming out of it. The heater is on. It's imitation fire flames, baby. No, it's not real at all. I'm not going to even pretend like it's real. It's real to me because it makes me feel just as though I was sitting up. Let me hike this up so y'all can see it. And here I am. But I thought that would be a nice little scene with the weather and everything. See, you better be careful when that camera turn around. You better be prepared. But I was thinking it was just a nice, cozy little thing, to do this evening because it's raining here and it's cold here. The rain is very cold. Hey. Yeah, I get on the camera all the time, whether I'm ugly or what, I do get on the camera all the time. But with the chill and the rain and cozy and I was kind of cold, so I got my little care blanket that my kids got me. Yeah, I was feeling cold and stuff, so I just came in here and I turned that on so I can chill and talk. Yeah, I was feeling a little down earlier. I was feeling a little down this weekend. And yes, my channel is all about uplifting and inspiring and encouraging others. But hey, when you're a human, humans have feelings. Everybody. No one is exempt. No one is exempt from sad times, happy times, real times in life. My kids are adults and I'm an older lady. And I went to my daughter's house earlier because she got a new front door installed. And I went over there to see how it was looking and everything. And, and I came back home. My oldest daughter, she's not here. She's gone. And my granddaughter, of course, is always here. And her bus stop is like right on the corner from my house. So she's here all the time. But yeah, like I was saying, y'all come on up in here and hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, come on and do so. Oh, I be with my children all the time. I'm not feeling bad, baby. I be with my kids all the time. We have pictures that we took yesterday after church. We went to brunch and we had a nice time. My two daughters and I. We're always doing things together. That's one thing that I can thank God for my kids. They they love me. I love them back. They're gonna make sure I'm okay. But there are some things that kids and nobody else, when you get in a certain mood or you going through something, it's best to be around the people that love you. But you just can't help the feelings sometime and the emotions sometime that you go through. Children, they go through, different emotions. That's why they are taught the difference between the emotions. They are taught at young ages about what does it feel like to be sad, happy, excited. They get taught that at a young age because you have to understand the mind, and the heart, and what it feels like to be sad, what it feels like to rejoice and be happy, what it feels like, and we all go through changes. And if you don't have a heart to be sensitive, feel sad, know how to love, care, share those different type feelings when you're down, have sympathy, empathy, then there's something not right about you. Because everybody should be able to feel the way that they feel at that moment. That don't mean you just stay there. But what got me down last week, I said, and I'm not going to be on it, but I put that up there about the, let me see, I get sadness, anger, love, have a lot of varieties. Yes, getting to know and cope up with them is a win-win situation, yes. And you have to be able to provide the support for your loved ones and your friends that just so happen to have sad times sometime in their life. We all share different emotions. We all will go through different emotions. No matter what I say, my channel is about uplifting and motivating, trying to inspire others and wisdom talk and all that good stuff. I will still have to be lifted up myself. I would still have to, need and want some support sometime myself. Because life be lifing. And we go through situations and sometimes we just need to know that we have a support system that's going to be there for us when we go through things. And some people forget that we all going to go through something. That's why people's situations are not laughable to me. Because you find a lot of people that find themselves down and depressed. You find them thinking about awful things, awful thoughts come across their mind. You never know how deep down in depression somebody is. You never know how deep down, in anxiety. What I could take, somebody else probably can't take for a minute. And what somebody else could take, I probably couldn't take for a minute. Therefore, you have to pay your loved ones attention when they're going through things. When you know how somebody is and they're not acting themselves and being themselves, that's time calling for attention. Calling for, some understanding. Try to pay people attention when they say they're down or they just don't feel right. They feel sad. That's the time to intervene and let them know that they're not alone and that you understand and you've been sad too. But you just don't know how weak people are. You have people be like, oh my God, for real, I can't believe he did that. I can't believe she did that. Because people don't realize that mind and how that mind operates. So that's why we have to be careful on what we think on others, put on others, wish on others, pray on others. Because we can be feeling that same way that we are laughing about with their situations. It can become our situations. And that's why not with just family and friends, like I was saying, we have to learn, and I'm not saying that you all are not. We have to all learn to stay connected with God. Because see, that's where all our help and strength come from. We can ask for each other's prayers and thoughts and hugs and kisses, and we can be there, and we can uplift one another. But what's going to bring us through anything that we go through is God. I get a lot out of going to church because it lifts me up. Besides that, I have an uncle I tell you all about, and Sharon, you all know about him. And I tell you all how happy he is and how he loves life and living. But he's paralyzed. Y'all hold on 1 minute. Okay, so one thing I was feeling down about, like I said, my uncle, the one that I tell you all that I be all lively and talking with, and he's all bubbly regardless of his circumstances. Well, he's in the hospital right now, and he's not feeling good. He's been out there now about a month and a half, and his health is declining, and he's getting worse. And he's been paralyzed from the shoulder down, all the way down, for about 16 years now. And I think things are finally catching up with him. And he's asking to see people, and so y'all keep my uncle lifted in prayers because he needs us. He's not eating, and to see his spirit down, it kind of tarnished mine a little bit, So, okay, it was reconnecting. Yeah, to see him down and not feeling good, he's not eating, and he's paralyzed from the shoulders down, and I think he's trying to give up, and he's saying he's tired. So that put me in a situation as well, because he is the one that's always talking and encouraging others to just see him and watch him be in that condition, and he's always motivating and inspiring people and praying for people. And to see him down this time of the year, especially at any time of the year, but you all get what I'm saying, it's a sad situation for me. And when I went to see him Saturday, because my mind had just been falling on him, and so I went to visit him Saturday. And while I was visiting him, I'm one of those persons that he loved to see. So when I went into his room, a lot of people was there, and he said, "That's my niece. That's my niece. I know her voice." He said, "Come on around here, niece," because of course he couldn't turn and look, because he's just laying there now. And I went around. He said, "I know that voice," and he was so happy to see me because we bring life into each other. He surely encourages me to keep going with his condition and how he kept going. And he say I put that same thing in him because I have been through it lots myself, but not as much as him. But to see me go through the things I went through, and he talked with me going through different things. He said I inspire him and encourage him. And he told me, when I went to see him, he said, "Don't you give up. You keep on pushing." And when people tell you stuff like that, you just feeling like something is about to happen. And he was like, "You just keep on pushing. Don't you let nothing stop you. You've been doing real good in life. I love you. And I said, "I love you too." And I said, "You're not going to eat anything." He said, "No." I said, "Remember those spearmints I used to bring when I was keeping you?" He was like, "Yeah." I said, "I have some of those spearmints. Do you want any?" He said, "No, I don't want none of these." You know. So he really is not eating anything. He's not at all. So I'm praying for him. But he's tired. He's been that way. He's been paralyzed from the shoulder down for like 16 years, ever since the car wreck. And he's tired. He's tired. And I know he's tired. And when I saw him Saturday, I saw the tiredness in him. I heard the tiredness in him, you know. And he asked me when I got ready to leave, he said, "Will you pray for me, niece?" He said, "Come pray for me." And that just touched me because he always doing the praying, you know. And he asked me to pray for him. And so I leaned down to him and I said a prayer. And he was so happy that I prayed for him before I left. And for him to ask me to pray for him, and he's been paralyzed like that for 16 years. And he's giving up. He's tired. He's not eating. And I feel like he's trying to do it on purpose, to be honest, because he's been like this for so long. So, yeah, thank you all. Thank you. So that's why, you know, I was like bouncing around in my feelings after my friend passed away. Then my uncles, you know, trying to give up. And I went to visit another uncle, you know, that's not doing good. So it's like I was like caught up with people that was needing me and needing some time and patience. And then my uncle asked for me to pray for him. So I left the hospital feeling some kind of way, you know. And what I'm trying to say is, no matter how strong you think you are, there are things that would touch your heart. Hey, Carla, how you doing, sweetie? There are things that would touch your heart and show you that you're still weak in some places, and that we all need to be prayed for, and we all need to be encouraged and inspired by one another. You know, we already living in a stressful environment, the situation that's going on in the world, and we need to show people that we do have time for them, because I feel like he's giving up because he feel like he's being a burden now. But we have to keep them uplifted, no matter how it hurts us to see people. You know, you have people be saying they don't want to go visit nobody that they know because they don't want to see them like that. Well, we have to pray on that, because people be really wanting to see us when they're down like that. Not everybody. Some people don't want you to see them in a certain situation. But people need to be uplifted even when they're at their lowest point that they think they are. Because, see, it still don't take the sickest person to leave here first. And I've been shown that with 3 of my friends checking on me. So you don't have to be the sickest ones, because they all are gone. And I'm still here. And they was checking on me. So see how God works is not up to us. Our time is not up to us. My other uncle was telling me he was just asking for God to take him. But God is not going to take you into his time. But what we can do is to try to visit the sick, pray for the sick, pray for the people that's, you know, not doing well right now. There's a lot of illness going around. And this time of the year, like I said, this time of year for a lot of people just to be stressed out, you know. They feel like, you know, they don't have no loved ones. The loved ones have gone on. They don't have the money to go out and shop like they used to, because things are so high right now. They are finding themselves, you know, where they done lost their jobs, about to lose their homes. You know, people are just getting caught up in so many different situations, and they are not, let me repeat, they are not laughing situations. We need to look at everybody's situation as being our situation, because everybody's situation can end up being your situation. So those are not, you don't laugh at people downfall and illness and sickness. And, you know, if they always say if you can't help somebody, don't be a burden to them, you know. If you can't say nothing nice to somebody, They don't say nothing at all, you know. So that's what I meant on my topic as far as mixed feelings and emotions. This just the time of the year, y'all. We're going to all go through that. And not just because of things that's happening right now, but from our past that's affecting our now. People are scared and afraid of losing benefits and all kind of things are going on. But one thing we just have to remember is to stay connected with God, because through it all, He's our all in all. And He has the last say so of all situations. Never give up in prayer. Stay connected. That's the main thing that we need to do in these days and time, is to stay connected in God. And don't get caught up too much in your feelings of being sad, being alone, being not financially able to shop or do things that you used to do, because the most caring gifts of all don't cost a penny. Don't cost a penny. Just going around people, loving on them, letting them know that you love them, giving them a hug, spending time with them, praying with them, for them. Those kind of gifts last always. They'll remember that time that you spend with them more than they'll remember a gift that they'll just give you, and or you give them and they wear it or they use it a couple of times and they don't use it or wear it anymore. But they will always remember in their hearts, you know, hey, she was there for me. He was there for me when I was down and out. They remember those gifts. Those are the best gifts of all. And stay prayed up and keep them in prayer. Because this is just the time of the year that people get stressed out. It's just known to be that time of the year. Although they say 'tis the season to be jolly, this is also the season not to be too jolly when you get caught up in stressful situations. Remembering the past, doing things, you know. So surround yourself with good people. Like my pastor was saying yesterday, he said, when people call you and they try to call you with something negative, they trying to get your input on negative things, they trying to get your input on chaos or, you know, issues and problems, hang up. Just hang up. Tell them you're busy. Because, see, we all already are going through hard times and things are going on right now. So when people try to input you in situations and they try to involve you in situations that don't do your body or mind anything good or your heart good, hang up. Tell them you're busy. It's best not to get caught up in a whole lot of stressful situations, a whole lot of confusion. It's best to stay away from it. And this is the time of the year. If you can't be thankful, like he said also, yeah, Thanksgiving came, everybody got with the families, everybody did the turkeys and hams and cakes and pies. They got around the table and they said the prayers. They said, thank you, God, for this, thank you, God, for that. And Thanksgiving is gone. And over half of those people are gone right back to doing the things that they did before Thanksgiving came. I'm only thankful for that one day, because it's a day of entertainment more than love and being involved with your family for the right reasons. The tradition of being thankful, the meaning of being thankful. A lot of people do it just for that one day, and Thanksgiving is gone. They don't think about to thank God no more until next Thanksgiving. You know, so we got to stop letting God be an entertainment God, a God that we just use because it's the time to use Him. We have to think of God and stay connected with Him even when it's not Thanksgiving. We have something to thank God for each and every day. We really do. But we take things for granted. And sometimes God has to put things right in front of our face so that we can actually see it with eyesight right there before we understand what He's trying to do and how He's trying to use us and how He's trying to warn us. And people don't think that God give warnings, I guess. But we all get warnings. And when you get those warnings, you got to take heed. You got to pay attention. When it's time, there's a time for everything. There's a time to laugh. There's a time to cry. That's a time to pray, which is all time. A time to be joyful, make a joyful noise, and a time to just cease and be quiet. And you have to learn what and when those times are. Because knowing the difference in those times will make you a better person and appreciate life much better. And when we say that life be lifing, yeah, it be lifing. And that's why we should pay attention to what life is giving us, what we are doing in our life, what are we doing with this life. The life is lifing, but what are we doing with it as it life? Are we back where we used to be still? Haven't moved forward no kind of way? Are we trying to move forward in a different direction? Life be life, and so we're going to just sit there and let it life? Or are we going to move with it? Are we going to become better people? Are we going to become, more sensitive to other people's feelings, respect others? Are we going to stay connected to God or just visit Him on holidays just for entertainment? We can't do that. We have to treat ourselves better. And how we treat ourselves better is to treat God better and be blessed. Because the more praises go up, the more blessings come down. Let people see you being blessed so that they can want to be blessed. That's what they say. Let God use you. Let God see let people see the goodness that God has done for us. Let God see that what our pain, or our sickness, or our downfall, our financial breakdowns. Let people see where we done came from. Tell people the truth. Tell people your story. Let them hear it. Don't be ashamed to tell people all about your problems. Don't be ashamed to tell God all about your problems. Let people know the problems that you have conquered, the downfalls, the crying, the peace, where you couldn't sleep, where you to learn how to go to sleep and trust and believe in God and know that everything is going to be okay. That's being thankful more than just on Thanksgiving Day. You don't have to bake turkeys. You don't have to fry turkeys. God is here all year round. Yes, He is. You don't have to bake turkeys and fry turkeys and fix up the dressing and get the salad and who gonna bring the macaroni. Now let's say a prayer. Let's be thankful today. The only time some kids hear anything about being thankful is when they talk about Thanksgiving at school. They talk about having Thanksgiving lunches at school. We're all preparing Thanksgiving for our families to get together. And then they don't hear nothing else about being thankful. And that's where we all go wrong. You got to stay connected. Get these kids connected. They are our future. And if they're being raised, hey, in the Safe Zone, how are you doing, baby? Thank you for coming in. And if they don't hear anything about being thankful, but until that entertainment day, I call it the entertainment day. The day that everybody want to thank God because they are in the midst of entertaining each other. And then they say that prayer. They get in a circle. That family love. Not doubt nobody don't love their family to Thanksgiving Day. I'm just saying we got to learn to not be afraid to let people know that we praise God all the time. We thank God all the time. Not just at Thanksgiving. We got to learn how to join hands all through the year. We have to learn how to praise God and be thankful all through the year. And not just us, we got to pass it down. It's a lovely thing when all these families can get together on Thanksgiving Day and carve the turkey. And they go around the table asking each other, what are you thankful for? What are you thankful for? What are you thankful for? And then when all the turkey is gone and everybody's gone home, everybody go back to where they was before that day. And they wait a whole year to be thankful again out loud. You may be thanking God now, but you got to be glad. Rejoice in God. You got to be out loud. He said, praise, rejoice, thank him out loud. Don't be ashamed all through the year. Grab your loved one's hand sometime out of nowhere. Just say, I just feel like praying. I just feel like thanking God for all of us being here today. It can be um, it could be the 4th of July. It don't matter. I'm just saying. Any off holiday. It could be Veterans Day. I mean, I'm just saying. It don't have to be Thanksgiving. Grab your loved one's hands while you still have a chance, no matter what day it is what I'm trying to say. Thank God each and every day. Be thankful for all things that we are, that we are being blessed with. You know, he didn't just give you that turkey and that ham on Thanksgiving. We ate good all year long. So we got to get back to that family thing where we can sit down together and say prayer, a blessing over the food, and thank him all through the year. Our kids they need to see us doing this. They don't need to see us going out buying new outfits and bringing all the food, all the drinks. Put on your best clothes because all our cousins going to be there. And we want to look good too. And we want to get in a circle and we want to thank God on this Thanksgiving Day. We got to be genuine all through the year. All through the year. God is not a God that you sit on the table and pick back up when you get ready. And then you wondering why things don't fall in the proper order. You got to do everything in decent and in order. And we have to let our kids know that there is a decent way. There's a ordered way. You don't have to bust church doors down. Because you can shout right where you are right now. Because the same God that you go to church and shout and praise and love the gospel and love the preaching, you can get that same effect right in your home. But it is good to visit the house of God, you know. But we got to show our kids a better way. We got to be thankful. Because if it wasn't for God, we wouldn't be sitting around the table with a turkey. We wouldn't be sitting around the table with our family, dressed all up, entertaining one another, showing each other love on that day. Now here comes Christmas. There's another entertainment day for God, for Jesus. It's a day that everybody's going to come together again. But just, I heard this a long time ago, and it's so true. It's a trip. It's Jesus' birthday, but everybody gets gifts except for Jesus. Isn't that something to think about? On Jesus' birthday, everybody gets gifts. You making sure you got everybody on the list of gifts. And it's his birthday. And sometimes we don't even think about the real reason for the season. That's why when I had my daycare, and when I was directed at different daycares, that's why we had this song. And some of you may know it, Happy Birthday to Jesus. And we sung that song at every play because it is his birthday. But we get all the gifts. We say it when it's time to tell our kids there's no Santa Claus, right? So we pick that time frame. We're going to go and let them know it ain't no Santa Claus. We're going to let them know we the one buy these gifts. There ain't no big fat white man and black man coming down the chimney and with a big beard and leaving all these gifts. And I work hard. I'm going to let them know it ain't no more Santa Claus. Okay. So we sit our little Johnny down and we sit little Susie down and we say, there's no Santa Claus. Now you know you're a big girl, you're a big boy. There's no Santa Claus. But do we ever sit them down and say, There's no Santa Claus, and finish the sentence. There's no Santa Claus. But today is Jesus' birthday. And we celebrate his birthday. Do we break it down? Or we just leave it at, I'm tired of letting them think that this big ho 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 come down the chimney and get them these gifts. I get them these gifts. Well, finish the sentence. But it's Jesus' birthday. And we owe it all to him. So, y'all see what I'm getting at. And so because of that, that's why I said mixed feelings and emotions. Stay connected. Because this is the time of the year when we think about our loved ones that's no longer here with us. We get sad. Sometimes we snap out of it. We get in our feelings. Our emotions get tied up. Because this is the time of the year to be joyous. This is the time of the year to be cheerful. But then that mixed emotion kicks in when we think about the old Christmas times when we had our loved ones. The Christmas times when we came up, how our parents were. We get in our feelings because we get lost along the way. And this time of the year, mixed emotions and feelings get to rolling. And remember, when you can't buy anything, stay connected to God. And also, if you don't have a penny to go shopping with, you don't need a penny to share your heart, your love, your time, your patience, your understanding, your respect for one another. That's going to always be the best gift that you can give a person. And if you want to make yourself feel good about it, wrap yourself up and put a big bow on yourself. Hug somebody with that big bow. Merry Christmas. I love you. That's the best gift that'll make a person smile than anything that you can go out there and get in debt for. And I say get in debt because a lot of us do go out and get in debt for that one day. And the real reason has not been explained to many kids. All they're going to get when they get a certain age, I got to tell you, is no Santa Claus. I've been buying this. I'm tired of hiding it. But you won't tell them the other thing that's really hidden, what today, Christmas Day, is all about. And he's the only one that's not getting a gift. We are out here putting names, exchanging gifts, ugly Christmas sweaters, all kind of stuff. And that's all that's required of us. That's all that's required of us, is to tell people about God, what God has done for us. Why are you thankful? Don't be ashamed. What you've been through, don't be ashamed. Tell it. Testimonies. Say the world. Let people know you can. You can get through it. You will go through things. You will. You will endure some pain. You will be sad sometimes. You will lose out sometimes. But hang in there. Hang in there. Stay connected. Because life do be lifing. But you got to move with it. You can't just sit there. We all deserve the very best of our life, of the version that we can be. We deserve the best. And the only way we can get the best out of life is have God be a part of our life. Acknowledge him no matter what. People feel like because there's a God, they don't supposed to go through things. Yes, Christians, non-Christians, everybody go through things. But let God handle the things that we go through, because he's going to handle it way better than we do. He's going to handle it way better than your friend. He's not going to talk about it. He's not going to pat you in the on the shoulder and be stabbing you in the back. He's going to be there. He's going to be there. He will be there for us. I'm a living witness. And what he did for me and what all he continues to do for me, he can do and will do the same thing for all of us. And not saying that you all don't know it, but some people just need to talk about it sometime. People need to be reassured that the worst is not the worst. When you take a look around, there's somebody, somewhere, something always worse than something that you are going through. I just read where somebody just lost their unborn child in a wreck. I just read so much. I done heard so much. Things that we probably say, oh Lord, how can they get through it? But they will get through it, even though it seems like it's so bad, and it is. I give my heart and all to them. But you know, we all been through some things that we thought was so bad. Think about it. There are some things that we have been through till we was like, Lord Jesus, how I'm going to get through it. Have mercy on me. And that was it right there. Have mercy on me. That was it right there. His mercies and his grace have brought us a long way. And we cannot forget that when we get in those mixed feelings and emotions. We cannot forget that God has everything that we ever thought about, think about, we'll need. And what's so good about him, he's going to bless us with so many of our wants, not just our needs. He's going to bless you with so many wants. Hold on one second, y'all. Sorry about that. My daughter asking me, do I need anything? But yeah, that was my topic for today because you know today is December the 1st. And we got to realize this is the time of the year to be jolly, to be cheerful, to get all those gifts and get ready for Christmas, which we do. And it's going to be something we just do. But then at the same time, it brings and it takes us down memory lane. It makes us think about the loved ones that's not here. We get caught up in our feeling. We fall into depression, anxiety, and get stressed out this time of the year. We think that we are alone sometime. This is just the year, the time of the year, to bring out those feelings and emotions that we don't always like, but being humans, having feelings, our feelings get caught up. So remember that when our loved ones are feeling down and out, even ourselves, suggest that they read scriptures, get out of the house, be around loved ones, be around people that care and have nice things going on, happy things, laughable things. And when somebody call you with a whole lot of things that don't make sense, and they got a whole lot of stress going on in their life, and it's not that kind of stress that where you know that they need help, but it's that stress that's gonna bring you down, gonna drain you because it's nonsense stress. Is that BS stress? Is that I don't have time for you. I'm not gonna let you borrow my peace on stuff that don't make sense. Hang up the phone. Let them know you're busy. Don't let anybody steal your joy and your peace. Don't let nobody take you away from it. I've not always said, Carla and Sharon can tell you, anything that takes away your peace, delete it from your system. Don't let it back. Delete, delete, delete. Don't let nothing disturb your peace. Like they say, do not let anything come between you and the love of God. We have to learn what's good for us and what's not good for us. We got to learn that we have upper and we have downer people. We got people that gets off and get high at confusion, off of things that don't make sense in life. And they can claim like, oh, life be life. And yeah, because you acting a damn fool in life, you know? Be around the people, the picker-uppers. If they can't pick you up and you can't pick them up and y'all have a good season together, starting this day, December the 1st, if you got people that's going to drain you, pull you from a peaceful place, then you need to be busy. Too busy to talk. Too busy to listen. Don't let nobody steal your joy. Because sometimes I figure this out. That's right. Carla say delete. Right there is delete, delete, delete. Remember this. Some people end up in the same thing, in the same place, doing the same thing, going through the same thing, causing the same thing, because they are the same thing. They're not trying to change. They're not trying to rearrange. They're not trying to grow. They're not trying to get closer to God. They're not, you see all of them not. So keep all those knots out your life. Keep all the knots out your life. Take a look. It could be your first cousin. It don't matter. If they always got issues every time they come around, if they always getting caught up every time they come around, they always complain every time they come around, they always in something every time they come around, they got another problem every time they come around. Why in the hell you want them to keep coming around? Get busy. Get busy. Because 9 times out of 10, they're going to bring the same thing with them again. Until they learn that life do be life. But you got to stand up. You got to catch up. You got to stop crawling. You're not a baby. You got to walk. You got to get out here. You got to do what it takes. And stop looking for hand-me-outs and hand-me-down, you know. You got to mature up. You got to grow up. And don't let them take your peace away. Because if they not all their life, and they ain't caught on yet, they will drain you. And I don't have time to keep putting a pacifier in somebody's mouth that's probably older or almost as old as me. I don't have time. The reason why I don't is because my kids, my grandbaby, I birthed them. I brought them through life, teaching them as they got older, each level, each thing, what to do. Now it's time for you to do this. Now it's time for you that. And then after I instill all this into you all, you ought to have it. You ought to have it. Now what you go out there and decide to do on your own, that's on you. But don't say I didn't give you the tools when life started lifing. So if I got my kids prepared to become young adults and then adults, if I spent my life making sure my kids were prepared for life, because it's going to be life, whether they listen or not, I gave them the right tools. I don't have time to do that with no adults. Keep on trying to give you the right tools. No, that's like trying to put a pamper on a grown person. That's like trying to give a grown person warm milk. I don't have time to babysit adults that should know better by now. And I'm not going to let them stress me out. No, I'm not. I'm not. It could be my brother, my sister. It don't matter. You're not going to keep bringing those stupid problems around here. You're not going to keep on coming around me complaining, crying about the same thing. You're not going to come around me draining me. Because you don't even know what I'm going through that I might not even be sharing with you. We all have problems. But that's something when you get a certain age, time bring about a change. It's time for us to learn how to get up out the pot and fend. Because life be life, like we say. So don't let nobody steal your joy this holiday season. We're going to miss our loved ones as it is. We might not have enough money to go out there and get everybody gifts like we used to. Bills going to still be coming in like they always. Things are still going to be happening. Life don't stop. When we're not prepared, life don't stop. We have to get prepared for what life has to offer and give us. And sometimes you just got to learn and trust and depend on God and keep the nonsense away, because we already are stressed with certain things. This the way society, the government, and the things are going. People are getting ready to lose their benefits the first of the year. You don't know how bad it's still going to get before it get better. So don't let nobody negative drain you, all the positive out of you, and put you into the darkness with them. And I didn't say don't let nobody come around you to talk about problems, because people need people. I said don't let people come around you with nonsense things that they've been doing since day one. They haven't changed. They're not trying to change. And then every time they go around, they give you a call. They come by. It's the same thing. Let them ride that roller coaster by themselves. And we're going to stay planted. We're going to stay planted. We're going to stay connected. That's going to be our goal this holiday season. We're not going to be stressed out with things that don't make sense. And when you can't afford it, hug them. Dress yourself up with some wrapping paper. Put a bow on your head and give them some love, some understanding, some patience, some time. The best gift of all. Don't stress out. If you ain't got it, you just don't have it. And most of the time, if you think about it, the things that we want to buy for people during Christmas times, most of them are adults anyway. So don't stress yourself out this holiday season, y'all. Mixed feelings and emotions. I hope y'all enjoyed this live, got some out of this live. I did. And because like I said, when I talk outward, I listen to myself, because sometimes the same thing you tell people, you got to also use it on yourself. See, because I fall short, I fall weak, I get tired, I get stressed, I have issues, I have problems. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not coming out here acting like my world is chocolate with a surprise inside. No, my life is just like y'all's. But throughout my life, through everything that I've been through, I just come on my channel just to share with somebody that probably needs to hear my experience, what I have to say, what I've been through, and how I got through it. And that you will get through it too. Because the same God that serves me is the same God that serves you. So just go to God in prayer. Stay connected this holiday season. When your feelings, emotions start rolling, get around positive people. Get outside. Stay around people that can pick you up. You don't need nobody to help bring you down. We can do all bad by ourselves. That's a true statement. But we want to do better. And guess what? I found out the older I got, I do better by myself also. Because see, when you get older, a lot of that by the wayside friends, by the wayside cousin, thanking everybody for you, and all that, the older you get, you start seeing clearer, thinking clearer. You're supposed to, because everybody old don't... Everybody old still don't see nothing. They still blind. But you're supposed to, as you get older, you're supposed to start understanding things better, seeing things better, praying better, maturing up. And you see people for what they are, because you know from, you know, you just have been through so much till you know how to pick and choose what's good for you and what's not good for you. You have to become a teacher still, because you got your children and your grandkids and your great-grandkids coming up behind you, your nieces and great-nieces, your nephews, your great-nephew. You got people that's looking up to you the older you get. We can't forget people are looking up to us. They see them gray hairs. They see us. They looking for advice. They looking for experience. They're looking for people that know how to get through things. They're looking for good advice. They ain't looking for nobody to rock and roll and raise hell with them. People need us. Our kids need us. Our grandkids, our neighbor kids need us. They look up to us. When we was kids, then we look up to people that we felt like was older, respectful, mature, wise, praying. We looked up to those people. That's how we got here. So remember, we trust and we depended on our elders, our mothers, our fathers, our neighbors, the older people in our life. We looked up to those people. So now we are the older, we are the elder, we are the mature, it's supposed to be, that kids are looking up to. And they need just what we needed. If people would think about kids need what they needed when they was little, they would be a better, mature, wiser person, giving out advice, showing people how to pray, and telling children what's right and what's wrong. The world would be a better place if we would put our feet where our ancestors, where our elder people and our family, where they were standing, and they gave us that love, they taught us, they showed us. If some of us would do that, as our kids and grandkids and neighbor kids and everybody look up to us, and we give them what we was given and not all this foolish hokey pokey stuff, the world will be a better place. We got to be able to offer our kids and people that's looking up to us, and not just people that's looking up to us, but people that respect us and know that we're not going to lead them astray. I got this gift yesterday at church. It's in a Christmas bag, but it was for my birthday. So last weekend I went to New Orleans with my daughter, and this come from a older couple at my church. And she said, I like the way you dress. And this is a, what they call it? Oh, it's pretty. The colors, I got some rust color boots, baby. And they call them a scarf. Yeah. And I could see myself stepping out with some jeans, rust color boots. But how I got this, it's because when you don't notice people be watching you and observing you, when you think that you just not being paid attention to, you think that people just don't feel you or know your heart. Like my, yes, they are pretty colors. You just never know who's watching you. And you just never know why they're watching you. You know what I'm saying? I thank God for people being able to feel me, to see me for who I am. I'm not a put-on person. I'm not a person that tries to be more than what I am. I try to get closer to God. I try to be of God. I try to walk, a better life and appreciate life more. And for some reason, people know me for who I am. And that's why I get gifts from people when I don't even know they're thinking about me. That's why, people take to me. That's why I end up with the jobs I end up with at church and everywhere, because people see me in those positions. They see me as a person that's not on a clique, trying to be messy. They see me coming in there doing what I got to do and get back in my car and leave. All that old playing around and friendly kisses and hugs and all that stuff and getting in everybody's groups, and I don't do that. They see me coming in there to do what I have to do, get what I came to get, and I leave. And that brings me to this. And you don't have to wear the big cross around your neck. You don't have to be walking around talking about hallelujah, glory to God. Woo, glory to God. You ain't got to be doing none of that. You ain't got to tote no Bible in your hand. You ain't got to be telling people you saved and born again. You ain't got to tell them nothing. All you got to do is walk in your truth. That's all you have to do. Walk in your truth. You ain't got to sell yourself to nobody. Just be who you are. That's all you have to do. And what's in you is going to be seen. Nobody can make a mistake on thinking who you are when you are presenting the real you every day. You don't have to have that big cross on and try to talk godly all day. You ain't got to put on that shirt saying God steps and all that stuff. Just be who you are. That's so simple. That's all I do. And for that, I get blessed in many ways. That's why I say, I know I'm not monetized on here, but I'm monetized by the best. I get so many blessings. I don't just get paid on the 21st. I get paid every day. I am blessed because I'm not for show and I'm not for tell. I'm just Dazz trying to speak to little Gemz, you know, no matter how long it takes to get monetized. Because see, as long as I do what's right, not just on the internet, but off the internet, I am being blessed. And it still stands the same. It's not about my numbers. It's about my message. And I'm trying to stay focused because, see, I know how blessed I am being. I know where God has brought me from. And I don't have to sing it. And I don't have to show it. And I don't have to tell it. And I don't come on here to my brag and all that stuff. Because, see, we can go to sleep with it and wake up without it. We can wake up without it and go to sleep with it. Tables turn. Never brag. Be thankful. I'm going to end with that. I hope you all enjoyed my live. Thank you so much, everybody that came in. Share me out. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Encourage others to watch good content sometime. It could do the body good. It could do the mind good. It really can. And that's not throwing subliminals and all that stuff on nobody. We just all need peace and understanding and quietness and a good conversation. Catching somebody that might be needing just what I give sometimes. It don't have to be a whole lot of people. As long as it's just one, I did my job. Right? Blessed and monetized in knowledge. Awesome message, Dazz. I appreciate you so much. Thank you all. And I appreciate you all so much as well. I'm almost to 1,500, y'all. What they call it? What that song is? In a circle song. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm almost to 1,500. Slowly but surely, God is blessing me. Call it. Round and around and whatever they be doing. And look for Betty got to come back too soon. So y'all be watching out for some new shorts as well. Thank you all so much. I'm going to end this live like I always do by saying I love you, you, and you. And don't even know ya. But because God is love, I can love you all. And that's why I love you all. Y'all have a good night. It's raining so hard here. I'm finna get cozy up. Yeah. And I love you all. Stay safe. Where it's rain or cold, y'all be careful. If you're traveling, be careful. And have a wonderful, blessed night. I'm out of here. Dazz.